Shayne Logan, designer of Old School Tactical System. I've got map board 1 set up here. I'm going to go through a couple things of the game. First off, every turn gameplay goes back and forth between the two sides as they use up impulse points. Impulse points are rolled for at the start of every turn, and the number of dice rolled by each side is determined by the scenario. So say one side might only roll 2 dice, and say he gets 6 impulse points for the turn. Say the other side maybe gets 3 dice or 4 dice for the turn, and he ends up rolling say a 12. He'd mark 12 points on his side. Now the one player is going to have 12 impulse points to use for the turn, and the other side only has 6, so the player with only 6 points is going to have to choose how he uses these impulse points carefully. Impulse points are used every time a player's unit performs an action in the game. Okay, a couple of quick things about combat. This player aid charts, which has infantry combat tables. We're going to have the firepowers listed along the top, die roll, so 2 dice along the side, and you basically cross-reference. For the infantry combat table, X results are unit destroyed, C is unit takes casualties, a B is a broken result, and an S is a shaken result. And of course there's modifiers. And vehicle combat table is the same basic setup. Firepower and die roll, and results here are X, the vehicle is destroyed, a D, the unit takes damage, which is rolled for with a damage roll, broken results again, and shaken results. The other side of the player aid has terrain chart, turn sequence, artillery strikes, airstrikes, bogging down, rallies, just helpful stuff you need. Let's go through quick combat here. I'll put a Russian shock squad in the woods. You support weapon of a light machine gun. And place a German rifle squad 2 hexes away. So for an attack, the Russian unit would take its inherent firepower of 5, plus the 2 firepower of the light machine gun for a total firepower of 7. You'd subtract the German unit's defense, in this case of 4. He's in the open, so there's no defensive terrain modifier. So it would be 7 minus 4, which would be plus 3 firepower for the attack. You go to the plus 3, plus 4 column, and roll 2 dice and check the result. If the German unit was destroyed, it'd be removed from the map. The Russian would score 2 enemy casualty points. If it took casualties, it would be flipped to the reduced side. If it took a morale effect, like a broken or shaken, the German would have to roll 2 dice to try and pass a gut check. The gut check number is given for each scenario, for each side. So say the German gut check number was 7 for the scenario, he'd have to roll 2 dice and roll 7 or better. And if he failed it, he would suffer the morale effect, which would be like a broken or a shaken, and place the marker on it like that. A quick example of vehicle combat. You use the player aid again, but units in the game, you have data cards. Here's a Russian one for the T-34 Mark 41, which we have here. Lists all the important factors: movement, front defense, flank defense, HE firepower, secondary armament firepower and range, maximum range, and then at the bottom you have the 2 hit numbers and armor piercing firepower at various ranges in hexes, 0 to 5, 6 to 10. So first off, the vehicle would have to roll 2 dice to score a hit on the other vehicle. So in this case, there's no terrain in between or any modifiers on the hit roll in this case, so the Russian would have to roll 6 hexes. He'd have to roll a 7 or higher to score a hit with 2 dice. He rolled a 7, so he'd score the hit. Now he'd go at that range. His firepower is 7. The front defense, Panzer 3H, is 4. So he would be 7 minus 4, which is plus 3 firepower of the attack. You go to the plus 3, plus 4 column, roll 2 dice. You rolled an 8. So you cross-reference the 8. And the result would be DS. So that it's damage and then shaken. So you see here, the attacker would roll 1 dice now to see what kind of damage. Rolled a 3. 1 to 3 is minor damage, so basically no result. If you would have got a 4, the machine gun secondary armament would have been destroyed. 5, main gun would have been destroyed. 6, the vehicle would have been immobilized. But it was DS, so now the German would have to roll his gut check to prevent the shaking. If he passed it, he would be fine. If he failed it, he would be shaken. If the unit is destroyed, the vehicle counter is flipped over to its wreck side, and that stays on the battlefield and is considered an obstruction for line of sight. There's a quick explanation of combat and stuff. And I think